Good morning, it's your boy Deric coming to you live from what I call the war room. This is where I put war on expired listings and for sale by owners and do some commentary of what we're doing today. So I wanted to make a quick video. My videos aren't too long. Let's get right to the point about, this time of year, you see a lot of people that you haven't seen for a while, whether it's from school or family members, Thanksgiving, people to get together, you see the stuff. And you hear stories, and I'm wondering, the subject of the video is, are you running your own race, right? Are you comparing yourself to other people? Are you seeing someone at that next level and you're like, I want to be there? Like, why can't I be where that person is? Why is that person there and I'm here? I want to be at that next level. Are you comparing yourself to other agents or other people with success that are in different industries? And it's a hard thing not to do, right? You see the fat crib, you see the nice cars, you see the fat bank account, you're like, I want that. Fortunately, there's no quick way to get there. We can't fucking flip a switch at 35 and fucking have all that. You got to work your balls off. That's just the way it is. And some people get lucky. Other people, have talent, and other people put in hard work. And I don't know which one of those people you are going to be or are, but that's just the process it goes through. You got to crawl before you can walk, right? So in order to get the big fat crib, you have to have, unless you hit the mega bucks, no one just buys a big fat crib. Unless you hit a job where you're making $1 million a year, you're like, fuck it, I can afford it. Most people have to buy the smaller house, then the medium house, then the big house. The same with the car. You see the high-end $100,000 Range Rover? They didn't start with that. They started with a goddamn Toyota. Then they bought something else, and they rolled the money equity they had from that and what they paid off into the next one, and they rolled the money equity in that until they paid the next one. Yeah, thank you. I'm trying to preach. But so you don't just get there overnight. Everyone wants it. It's like microwave society. Everybody wants it now. And I want it now too. I get it. I want it now. I get it. I've been in this business 18 years, and I've gotten where I've gotten, pretty quickly, but not that quick. I mean, you're talking, I didn't even get the big house until 8-9 years in the business, so, and everyone struggles with that. But I guess I'm getting a little out where I want to go. I'm talking about, are you comparing yourself to other people, right? So one of the things that we always do is compare ourselves to other people in this situation. We don't know the situation. We don't know how they got there. Or maybe we know a little bit, but not the whole bit of it, right? You see the tip of the iceberg, but 90% of the iceberg is underwater. The struggles they had, the money they had to get, where they had to go. Yes, I know, Yvonne, I have a potty mouth. Hey, I keep it real. It's genuine. I'm not trying to sell you something here. I'm just trying to preach you, give you some information. Like, I'm talking to you like I would talk to my friend. You know what I mean? So the idea then is this, all right? So here's an analogy I like to use. When you compare people to other stuff, right, it's like looking at a race car, right? You look at a race car, like let's say it can be any race car, but let's just use the example of a Ferrari, right? The Ferrari's built for speed, right? It has to have perfect ground to go on, perfect weather temperatures, perfect grips on those tires. That thing can go between 180 and 250 miles an hour, right? You may not be a race car. That may be the person you're looking at as a race car. You may be a pickup truck, and you're built to haul shit, right? Trucks are built to put a ton of crap in, to haul it where you need to go, to do the stuff that no one wants to do, to go over those gravel roads, go up that mountain. That race car can go up a mountain. It's designed for something else, right? Or an SUV. You can fit all your kids in an SUV. You can go on the road. What do you think a race car's going to do on New England Highway in the middle of January? It has no gription. It ain't going nowhere. You're going to be like, peace out. And you're just going to blow right by them with 5 people in the back because you have an SUV that's built for that. So the analogy here is, what vehicle are you? What are you built for? Don't compare yourself to a race car if you're not a race car. It's a different race, man. You're not built for that. You're built for something else. Your time is going to come. You just have to be patient and wait for it. Everyone wants to get to the head. There's nothing wrong with wanting to get there. That's desire, dude. That's what God put in your heart. Your desire to get the money, to have a better life, to beat the cancer, to find a mate, to have a baby. Whatever that desire is to you, don't compare yourself to everybody else. You're perfect the way you are. You just have to learn to be happy where you're planted and move forward. And sometimes it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other times you can go from 1, 2, 3 to 31 to 57. It happens that way, right? It's this compound. Sometimes it works away, in other ways it doesn't. We don't know which way you're built or what it is. But I'm guilty of this myself. I wouldn't sit here and tell you, yes, you're a race guy, good. I wouldn't sit here and tell you to do something I wouldn't do or think the way I haven't thought. Like, I've compared myself to other agents that are very successful, and I'm like, why the hell are they doing more deals than me when I'm killing it? They just have a different system. They're working a different method. It's working for them, and it's hard. I can't admit it. You're a Chevy Tahoe, nice. Listen, I can admit it. Like, I've done the same thing, and I'm not telling you here like I'm perfect and don't do this. I'm just talking in general about beating yourself up, because I've done years of beating myself up. Like, why can't I be like this person? Why can't I have this success? What stopped me from getting that next level? They say a lot of times it's mental, right? They say a lot of times it's just mental, not physical. It's just mental. Getting that mindset, like, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get this, and have that drive that every day. Listen. Some people are lucky, some people talent, but hard work beats both of those every single time. Okay, it may take time to get there, but it definitely does. You just have to put that work into that next step, and try not to compare yourself for other people. You know, and you know, it's nice to wish what you had, what they have. You know, obviously you want that, like I said, the big car, the big house, the nice car, and the fat bank account. But again, unless you hit the megabucks, which 99% of us are not going to, it takes hard work, or it takes some kind of, you know, idea, right? Ask, believe, receive. Right, exactly. Yeah, or another thing they talk about is call it forward. You announce it, like, I'm going to have this. I'm going to have this every single day, even if you don't have it. Listen, if you're broke, you're unhealthy, you don't have a wife or a husband, you don't have any kids, and you're miserable, you can't sit there and dwell in that, right? That's kind of what we're talking about. You have to announce it. Listen, I'm breaking this debt. I'm gonna find a husband or a wife. I'm gonna have a baby. Even if it's not true, you announce it to yourself daily to get there, right? You keep telling yourself that's the goal. You keep your eye on the prize, and that's one of the ways to do it. To have them written down in the morning, to say stuff to yourself that what you're gonna be. I'm gonna have a good day. My marriage is going to turn around. This sickness is not going to stop me. My son is going to get away from those bad people and do better. My daughter is going to get away from those bad people and do better. They're going to turn their life around. Whatever that is, it's one of the things you want to believe in, you know, and you want to give that blessing too to the people that are out there. You know, we had Thanksgiving at my house, and, you know, I have a nice house. You know, I work hard for it. And we had our nephews over, and they had a lot of losses this year. You know, I won't get into it. They had a lot of losses. And at the dinner table, when, you know, we're saying as Thanksgiving, people say what they're thankful for, my kids kept saying, like, they're thankful for, you know, having a good dad and a nice house and, you know, all this stuff. And I felt bad because they didn't have that, you know. And even talking to my son later on, I said, you know, I'm glad you said that. You're happy for that. It makes me happy. At the same time, I felt bad for them. Good morning, Larry. I felt bad for them because they didn't have that, and I grew up without that, you know. And my son said after he heard everybody say what they're thankful for, he actually felt bad saying it too, because when he heard them say what they were thankful for, they didn't have much, you know. So everyone's looking for that next level. No matter where you are, there's someone that wants to be where you are, and no matter where you are, you want to be where someone else is. But they say, and I guess I'll wrap it up with this, that, and again, I'm struggling my way through this as much as you are. I may be 1 or 2 steps ahead of you, or 1 or 2 steps behind you. But if you watch the video, you know we just try to talk about positive stuff, not just real estate related, but just in general. You know, everyone wants to get to the next level, and that desire to get there, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting that. God, that's what we have. That's our desires. That's what makes us motivated. Go get it. Get after it. Whether it's more money, it's to beat the sickness, it's to, you know, find a mate, to have a baby, whatever that is you should definitely have that at the forefront of your mind all the time, especially when you're doing work. And just know it takes time and patience. And the people that you see that have it may have already gone through what you're going through, or maybe they got lucky, and, you know, great for them. But at the end of the day, you know, we want to work towards it for ourselves. So I know it's kind of a rant. It was only a couple minutes long. I hope you guys liked it. Anyways, I'll see you at the next one. Talk to you later.